Spur Corp is next. Spur, of course, owns the traditional Hiawatha Spur Steak Ranches, but it has Panarottis in the pizza area, John Dory's, and a bunch of other brands. But Rocomamas is a hamburger, gourmet, build-a-burger kind of thing that's going on, which is really, it seems, where they're focusing.
Smash burger, they call it.
Smash burger, yeah.
So
exactly.
you smash a patty
And
on
then
a
you
burger.
say which things you want and
put
so
your
on.
own toppings, yeah.
Turns out that's what people wanted, was choice. So they bought, I think, 51% of that, and they're rolling out 33 new stores. And remember, Spur in its entirety has got about 550 stores or something, of which about 55 or 56 are outside of South Africa. In any event, we're talking about a group with a market cap of 3.4 billion rand, long-time player on the JSE, price-to-earnings ratio 16.27 based on recent earnings, and a dividend yield of 4.25%. So the recent trading update, though, was a bit mixed. Yes, the Rocomamas thing's booming, but they did indicate that they're sort of withdrawing from the European markets, as far as I can tell, because they had some Spurs in
they're taking
the UK
some
and Ireland.
Forex strain as well.
Yeah,
in
and
the
they're sort of
offshore
considering that they're going to continue with whatever they've got going on in Australia.
So I mean, it's from a valuation perspective, it's the safer play. It's got a more reasonable PE, better dividend yield, and so on. I heard a saying once that says, "Don't underestimate the spending power of a 5-year-old." So Spur with those wonderful little Picasso ice cream things is fantastic. Not that I've eaten any of those.
What do you call those things where the kids climb around in those big plastic tubes?
I've not jungle gyms.
Playpen or
whatever.
It's called, what is it called? The
so
sort of.
Those are fantastic. I think though that they've got legacy brands, and I think that the Rocomamas brand is great. But I do think that Famous Brand maybe still has the upper hand over them, simply because Famous Brands is focusing on vertical integration, and Spur perhaps not so much.
Let's have a look at the share chart, because what happens there is that in 2012, 2013, when people were waking up to the potential of this group and Famous Brands was doing well, then Spur started sort of waking up and accelerating its innovation and its restaurant acquisitions and openings. But it has sort of drifted sideways a little bit. I guess the disappointment in global markets is sort of making people wonder a little bit. It's not quite as liquid as the others in terms of the turnover of Famous Brands.
Yeah, from a perspective, I mean, the sales growth is still up somewhere around 13%, same store sales. So it's not like they're doing badly. They're plodding along fine, I think.
And they've done that a couple of acquisitions in addition to those, like the Hussar Grill.
The Hussar Grill is fantastic.
Which I know is sort of like a Cape Town-based thing.
Yes,
and
it's
got scope to expand.
Yeah, and they've got, I think they've got a couple of branches in Cape Town. They've opened one in Johannesburg recently as well, I think.
So those are more traditional stores that take a little bit more time to build out and apply for the necessary
And it's a slightly higher sort of premium brand, more expensive dinners and that thing, but very, very high quality food.
Yeah. Okay, good. So it looks as though it's got the right mix. Earnings maybe a little bit more volatile. How are you going to call this one?
I'm going to call it not that it's doesn't offer value, but just that I think there's better opportunity in Famous Brands.
And I am a little bit concerned about the way that the offshore expansion has been a bit stop-start, so I'm going to join you with that and go not hot. Okay.